Halloween is not an October holiday for your salon. It's an August one. I know how that sounds in the middle of a heat wave, but notice the pattern, because it repeats every single year. In October, the requests arrive. Spider webs, marbled black chrome, a tiny ghost on the ring finger, but cute, not scary, and can you match it to my costume? And you say yes, because you're a professional and you love your clients. So you spend 40 extra minutes at the chair freehanding something you have never done before, that you cannot price properly, that you will never do again, and that you did not leave room for in the book. That is not a Halloween strategy. That is Halloween happening to you. Pressed for Profit is brought to you by nailprinter.ca, the official and only North American distributor of O2 Nails nail printers. Anything on the site is 10% off with code PRESSED. Most owners think Halloween is a demand problem. You either get the spooky nail crowd or you don't. But actually, Halloween is a menu problem. The demand is already sitting there. What most salons don't have is a way to sell it that's profitable, bookable, and repeatable. Here's the business logic, and it applies well beyond October. One-off custom art is close to the worst product a salon can sell, even at a decent price. Every set is a first draft. You can't estimate it, so you can't book it accurately. You can't teach it, so it lives and dies with one tech. And you can't turn it into marketing, because you will never reproduce exactly what that client asked for. Meanwhile, the market has been trained to treat art as a garnish. Pricing guides put nail art add-ons at roughly $5 a nail. That's the ceiling you're negotiating against every time you sell art as an extra instead of as a service. A drop is the opposite of a one-off. A drop is 6 designs: fixed, named, priced, photographed, bookable on its own with its own time block. 6 is the number to hold on to. Too easy, too mid, too showpiece. Enough that clients feel like they're choosing. Small enough that by the second week, your team can do all 6 without thinking. That's where the margin actually is. The 4th time you produce a design, it takes a fraction of the time the first one did, and you charge exactly the same for it. And this is an August job rather than an October job because a drop needs lead time it doesn't look like it needs. You have to actually make the 6 sets on tips. You need photos in your own light, on real hands, not a screenshot from someone else's feed. You need a name and a price on each one, and you need it loaded into your booking software as a real bookable service. Vendor research from the local gem, in their 2026 salon booking software guide, puts more than 40% of salon bookings outside business hours. That's their number, not a lab result, but it lines up with what owners tell me constantly. The client who decides at 11 at night can only buy what's already in the system. Do the work in August, and you can open the Halloween menu in mid-September, while nobody else is talking about it and your calendar still has room. Do it in October, and you are improvising at your busiest, with no photos and no prices. Now the honest objection. A lot of owners hear showpiece Halloween set and think, that's for salons with a freehand art specialist on the floor. We don't have one. So we'll sit this out, do a black gel and a pumpkin decal, and call it seasonal. Fair. But look at what you actually need. Not an artist. 6 designs your team can reproduce on demand at a predictable time cost. Repeatability is the bottleneck, not talent, which is where the sponsor genuinely fits. Nailprinter.ca is the official and only North American distributor of O2 Nails nail printers, and the 2 machines exist for 2 different businesses. The V11 is $2,999 Canadian, app-controlled and mobile, sized for an independent tech, a booth renter, a creator, or a smaller salon adding art as a real service. The X12.5 is $5,999, built for a busier floor running art through multiple chairs all day. Both print a design directly onto the client's nail, which is what turns a complicated seasonal set into something any trained tech on your team can deliver the same way twice. Every machine includes the $499 startup package, so somebody new to this can be ready before October instead of learning during the rush. Ink plans run $559 to $899 a month, depending on volume, and returns are 90 days, undamaged and complete. Listeners get 10% off anything with code PRESSED at nailprinter.ca. One piece of math, and treat it as an illustration rather than a promise. Say a premium seasonal set carries a $30 upcharge over your standard gel service, and pricing guides put gel manicures around $30 to $80 to begin with. Sell 40 of those across the 6 weeks around Halloween, and that's $1,200 of add-on revenue on appointments you already had booked. Your numbers will be different. Results vary by business, pricing, local demand, and execution. This week's action. Block 90 minutes and do 3 things. First, choose your 6 Halloween designs, 2 easy, 2 mid, 2 showpiece. Second, name each one, price it, and give it a realistic time block. Third, load the whole menu into your booking system as one bookable service, switched off until September 15th. That's the entire job. You're not launching yet. You're loading. Pressed for Profit is brought to you by nailprinter.ca. Code PRESSED saves you 10% on anything. And if you want to see what one seasonal add-on does to a full year before you commit to anything, run your own numbers at nailprinter.ca/pages/ROI calculator. That's your edge for today. I'm Maya. Keep it pressed, keep it profitable.